Because I'm hungry, I'll give you this food reference. Today was like a little appetizer. Tomorrow we'll maybe get the main meal with a little wintry mix.
Yeah, that would be our main course. Right? So you got to remember to use the right fork and spoon.
Hopefully dessert will be warmer weather down the road, Samantha Roberts.
Yes, that is our dessert. Next week, we just have to wait for it. Maybe you can have a little palate cleanser in between, which is the upcoming weekend. So rain and snow on the way for it tomorrow afternoon. Now, this is not going to be a major snow event for us. Very little accumulation. Our precip coming in over the course of the afternoon, but it will impact the evening drive, mostly in the form of reduced visibility, some wet roads. When this comes in, it's going to be in the upper 30s to around 40s. So a lot of this won't stick to the road like you would think when snow comes in, right? It's just going to be wet roads. So be careful out there, especially when we talk about visibility. Around an inch of snow or less for most of us. Right now, it's not snowing, but it's chilly. It's 32 in Akron, 33 in Lorain. We currently have a beautiful sunset happening. If you can pop your head outside, bundle up first, and then look towards the west. You can still see a little bit of that sun on the horizon. I'm actually looking at it on one of our cameras over there, and it was just beautiful. I just tweeted it out from Edgewater Beach. Skies continue to clear tonight, but again, it's going to be cold. We're in the upper 20s. Good news, next week, pretty much every night, we're above freezing. So next week, much more like early spring, kind of the weather that you want this time of the year. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, and we'll talk more about that wintry mix timing for tomorrow coming up in my first alert forecast. And that is going to be rain and snow headed our way for tomorrow. Now, this is not going to impact the morning commute. The morning commute looks fine. This is more of late afternoon into the evening and overnight, and then by the weekend, it's like it never happened. Here's the setup. So we've got this area of low pressure coming out of the central plains this evening. That's going to move into the Midwest tomorrow and then eventually into the Ohio Valley on Friday evening. And as it does so, it'll spread snow across much of the Midwest and, of course, here into the lower Great Lakes. Snow across southern Michigan and then northern Ohio over into Pennsylvania. So locally, what does that mean for us? Let's walk through tomorrow hour by hour. If you're kind of an early bird like me, wake up early in the morning, I think you'll get at least a little sun, but clouds are going to start to thicken up as the morning goes on. This is 10 o'clock, starting to get a little more cloudy out there, and it will be cold and it will be windy. Temperatures tomorrow morning only in the 20s. Here comes our wintry mix. This is Future View at 2 o'clock. So it'll take a while to get to Cleveland and Akron. The farther east you live, the more slowly this will be to arrive. And it may actually start as a little light rain because we're going to be around 40. I know this looks like a ton of snow. And again, I really just think with temperatures where they are, this is for the most part going to be more of a wintry mix. This is the evening commute. Main concerns, again, wet roads and reduced visibility. Will some of this stick to the road surfaces that are untreated? It's tough to say, but again, I'm going to assume with temperatures as mild as they are, that's probably not going to be a significant issue for us. Now, as it gets later and we start talking about after the evening commute, after sunset, temperatures start dropping. Some of this may stick to untreated surfaces as it changes over to more snow than wintry mix. I think a good night to just kind of stay in. I mean, we can handle this. This is a minor system, but still. It's Friday night, right? Let's stay in where it's nice and warm. The snow ends by the overnight into early on Saturday morning. Will dry out first to the west. Not a ton of snow here. A lot of ones, right? Or even some less than ones out towards Sandusky. Not a ton of accumulation for us and no snow out there tonight, but we will see clearing skies. Kind of seasonably chilly tonight. You know, wind has also been a big issue for us the last few days. It's still going to be pretty blustery tonight, but I don't think it's going to be like as extreme as the last few evenings where we had 40 and 50 mile per hour gusts. That's not really going to be an issue for us. Pretty light winds as we head into the weekend. Weekend looks good, but